It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Creative Brewery. It's Kehrwieder, and it's their Shipa single hop India Pale Ale Galaxy, coming in at 7.5% ABV. It's in a 300ml bottle, 330ml bottle, and yeah, it's from Germany. Love a bit of German craft beer. This beer was sent to us kindly by beerdeluxe.de. Nice level of carbonation there on the opening. Level of carbonation on the opening. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. Nice glug on the pour. It's a bottle conditioned beer. There's lots of sediment in the bottom of this bottle, so I'll show you that later on in the review. There's a little bit that has escaped into my glass, but I think that was kind of unmanageable. I really couldn't help that. Lots of it in the glass. So it's a hazy amber coloured ale with a 2-finger white head. Lots of bits floating around in the glass. It kind of reminds me of what Brewdog Punk IPA once looked like. All of that kind of cloudiness in the glass. Right, yeah, so beerdeluxe.de, German channel sponsors of ours, really kind of nice of them we've built up a nice relationship over the last 4 or 5 months where they send us a pack of beer and we give them a shout out. So that was a shout out for beerdeluxe.de, Germany's online beer store, American beer, German beer, beers from Austria. Great company to try and drink beer from. Aroma for the Shipa IPA. Wow. Stone the crows. It's galaxy all over. You really do get that kind of galaxy, that blood orange. It's like a lemon curd for me, between blood orange and lemon curd in the aroma. Very grapefruity. You can almost smell the bitterness. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, blimey. Oh, explosive bitterness. Stone the crows. What an amazing beer this is. It's, oh, where do I start? Let me tell you what, I just reviewed a Belgian style lambic, and it was really fizzy and really carbonated. And although I like that style of beer, there's the calmness of this is pushing double IPA territory at 7.5% ABV. There's a certain calmness and a certain smoothness to a really good kind of double IPA. Not too much carbonation. This is more about the stickiness on the mouthfeel, the stickiness as the beer goes down, and that whacking great bitterness on the back end. Stone the crows. It's just hoppy from start to finish. You get a level of that sweetness up front, but while I'm talking now, my throat is almost burning from the bitterness. It's almost being toasted by that bitterness, and it's a bitterness that refuses to go away. It's just hanging around, and it's great. I really like it. Flavour wise, lots of bitter grapefruit, lots of bitter orange peel. It's one of those flavours in the beer. It's one of them sensations that, as I just mentioned, refuses to go away. You imagine biting into a lemon peel. That's going to hang around for about 30 seconds, maybe even 40 seconds. This is doing exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same effect. And there's something about this style of beer, when there's bits floating around and it's hazy, they seem to be, and I don't know if it's just in my mind, but they just seem to be more hoppy. They seem to have a little bit more of an edge to them than some of these IPAs that are they're bell clear, they're crystal clear. This kind of cloudy style IPA just seems to have a little bit more boost, a little bit more turbo, just to get it over the line in terms of flavour. I'm very impressed with that. Very, very impressed with that beer. And it all boils down to enjoying bitterness, I suppose, in these IPAs. Let's show you what the beer looks like. There's a lot of sediment in this bottle. Let me show you the sediment. Look at the difference. Can you see that it's almost like a creamy, curdy, curdled mess, if you like, but it's exactly how I like my beer. It's just, I've always been the same. I'm sorry if you love your pristine beers, but there's just always been that element of dirtiness I like in a beer. Let's give it a rating. That beer looks fantastic in a glass. Look at the lacing up the side. Look at the way the head's retained itself. You rock that beer back and forth, the bubbles are chasing the head up the side of the glass. Flavour wise, it's absolutely chock full of hop flavour. It really is a cracking IPA. 7.5% ABV, 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Check the beer out from beerdeluxe.de. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Cheers.